Hi there, Callie here. Hope you're all having a great day. Today's topic, I want to talk to you a little bit about what the key to success is if you're starting an online business. Um, Basically, I'll tell you right out the gate. The key to success in life is patience. We all want things right away. We live in a very fast-paced world where people want to have their wants satisfied immediately. Unfortunately, it takes a little longer than immediately to be successful with the online world. There's an old saying in the Christian church that if you pray for patience, you're going to get tribulation, you're going to get trials. It's a weird paradox, but tribulation does produce patience. When you go through trials and setbacks, it just does kind of serve to make you more patient. So, going through trials, yes, it does help us to appreciate the easy times a little more. With ourselves and with others, hopefully. But I want to give you a few tips on how to become more patient. So, number one, set big goals. It's kind of self-evident that if you don't have a goal to work towards, you're not going to really do anything. You must work diligently towards achieving your goals. So if you want to accomplish great things. All right, step number two. Follow through. When you take some steps towards your goal, realize that follow through is where the rewards are realized. Taking action, although sometimes terrifying, is what you need to do, or else you're just blowing smoke. All right, number three. Get accountable to somebody. Enlist the help of someone you know. Tell them what you're doing, what your goals are, and then ask them to hold you accountable. Ask them to badger you into action if you slack off, and we all tend to do that from time to time. So be prepared to do what it takes to finish and to reach your goal. All right, plowing through until you reach your goals is kind of what develops grit and patience. So it's not some inherent trait that you're born with. Patience is always developed. So, and it comes out of many trials in your life. Sometimes you need someone to hold you accountable to do that. So basically, there's just no clear-cut, easy way to success. Developing patience is vital to that. And I know that telling you to be patient doesn't seem helpful, especially if you're all fired up and you want to really get at your business and tackle it. You want everything to start happening right away, and who doesn't really? But if you were to know what date your success would happen, you probably still wonder why it couldn't happen sooner. You're probably tempted to go off the rails, maybe looking for a quicker way to jumpstart the queue or jump the queue, but just stop beating yourself up and settle down. All right, so get it settled in your soul that it takes time. Just settle that. It takes time to build a successful business. It isn't going to happen all at once. It isn't going to happen in a day, in a week, in a month. It takes time to build. All right, we covered that in a previous video, but patience is key. And so just settle down, settle it in your soul. It's going to take you time. Do you want to put in the time and the work? So speaking of time, how do you use your time? All right, so we all have the same amount of time. So if you've got the same amount of time and you've got a goal, Let's, number one, break it down into bite-sized pieces. You will know how much time you're going to have to spend to build a business, to make some serious income online. So take some steps, break down into bite-sized pieces the tasks that you need to do to accomplish your goal. You're going to have a number of tasks in the in the long run. In a month you want to accomplish so much, in a week you want to accomplish so much, every day you want to accomplish so much. So take your daily tasks and break them down. Do your outline, know what you have to do, and then break it down into bite-sized pieces. Put them in order of priority. It's another little tip for you. And then work at accomplishing each one of those little bite-sized tasks one by one. And then at the end, fit the tasks together. So in the run of a day, you have to do maybe write an article, maybe you have to do a video, maybe you have to work on creating ideas, maybe you've got to go and find some more products to sell. So break those tasks down, bite-sized pieces, prioritize what needs to be done first, second, third, fourth. And then once you've got those all completed, put them all together and they'll fit into that daily task, which fits into that weekly goal, which fits into your monthly, and so on and so forth. So a few tasks spaced out over a time period, are better than trying to do everything all at once. So you can build it into something bigger as you go. So trying to do everything all at once as well, it's just a recipe for failure. So just chill or you're going to burn yourself out. So tip number five, make your expectations match your reality. Okay, so unrealistic expectations will eventually become too much to handle. And they're going to result in you not wanting to do anything at all because you'll probably get overwhelmed. So, and if you do that, it's going to damage your self-confidence as well, and that just kind of makes you spiral downwards. So just make realistic expectations for yourself. Go back to step number 4, break your tasks down, do a little bit at a time, accomplish each task, and each time you do that, it's going to build your self-confidence as well. So, and you're going to get better and better at doing all these little tasks until they become second nature and you're not even going to think much about doing it. But to begin with, just follow a few simple steps and you're going to be a little more successful. Okay, tip number 6, concentrate. Have a quiet workspace. It's important if you go into any 9-to-5 job, you have your workspace, you have your jobs to do, you know what you have to do. In most cases, you can block out the noise around you because it doesn't apply to you. When you're at home, sometimes that's a little harder to do because you're tempted to go off, and if you have children, you know how demanding they can be and distracting. So if you don't have that, that's great. But if you have distractions, get your workspace someplace a little quieter where you can concentrate. And give yourself the gift of taking the time that you need to build your business. Don't let distractions take your time away. If you want to build a business, give yourself the gift of time. All right, so you will get better, as I said, each time you do a task and you learn it and it becomes second nature. And the other thing is too, if you don't commit yourself to doing the work, it's going to be easier and easier to quit. So that's tip number 7. Don't quit. All right, so what's the opposite of failure? What's the opposite of success? Most people will say failure. The opposite of success is not failure. The opposite of success is quitting. So don't quit. Commit that you're not going to quit. Sometimes you may fall a little bit behind. Don't worry. Get back up on the horse and charge ahead. So never give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep plugging away at it. And another tip, ignore the naysayers. They're committed to their job slavery. That's great. You may have a job. That's great. Work at your 9-to-5 job. But if people are asking you, don't want to go to a party, you don't want to go to an event because you've committed time to building your business. When people find out about that, you're gonna run into those naysayers. So ignore them. Ignore them. They don't have your dream. You have your dream. Your dream is to be free of that 9-to-5 job or to have financial security. Just always keep your dream top of mind and ignore the naysayers because they're not you. They don't have your goals. They don't have your interests at heart. Why they want to be naysayers, I don't know. I can never figure that out. But anyway, so just ignore them. They don't count in your dreams, all right? Just remember that. Go for your dreams. So no matter how long it takes you, there's only, as Yoda in Star Wars said, do or do not. There is no try. Took me a while to kind of figure out what that meant, but really, there's no trying. You do it or you don't do it. You can do it badly, but that's okay. Do it badly. Just do it. Do whatever it takes. Commit to the tasks that you have to do to build your business. So just don't keep saying, I'm just trying. Just do it. Do it. You'll get better as time goes on. You'll get more professional. All right, and so that kind of brings me to the end of the tips. 7 good tips. I'll have a link in the description box below where you can go to networkerzilla.com and you can find these tips. So these all contribute to your patience, developing patience, because it takes time to build an online business, a good internet business, and you need to have the patience to do it. So if you follow these 7 tips, it will help you a long way on your journey. All right, that's it for now. Toodles.